He's the one that was upstairs in the video shooting down, and they're shooting up, and they shoot him 3 times in the rear end. Once with a 7.62 x39 millimeter AK round, and he gets 2 bullets from a 5.56 millimeter 223 round, in the rear end, because they're shooting up and he's shooting down. He's got a black jacket and a ballistic helmet on. But, they went down there to kill those people. They didn't go down there to arrest anyone. You see what I'm saying? And I can take a polygraph, do anything you want, and prove they did it. But I'm just telling you that they wanted me to frame Tony Alamo, and he's been on the list, to my knowledge, since 1988. I did not frame him. I did not even get involved with your organization. I've been told by everyone I've talked to about your organization that it's a great organization. That's the reason I didn't do it. But because I didn't do that, and because I didn't do a few other things the government wanted me to do, they tried to frame me for murder, capital murder here in Arkansas. So what they did, they were unable to frame me for murder because I had been in a shootout on a deal that I did, and I had a bullet in my right lung and was in an oxygen tent at the time and date they gave they didn't know, most of the agents didn't know that I'd been involved in this confrontation. So I was in a hospital in an oxygen tank at the time and date they gave the confrontation. So they were unable to frame me, so they framed my youngest son. He was a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps. Hold on, I need a drink.
Yeah.
They framed him for murder, capital murder. But anyway, he got life in prison without parole here in Arkansas. He's in the Bricky unit. There's no body, there's no weapon, there's no blood, there's no hair, there's no forensic evidence, and no eyewitness. Just some people that the government and the Klan got together and said to say that he said that he killed a person. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There was a missing person.
Mm-hmm.
There is zero evidence, and he's been down 7 years and doing life without prison. And, I'm not blaming Tony Alamo. I refuse to target and frame Tony Alamo because I couldn't find, the people that I did frame, they were at least bad people, you know what I'm saying? Leaders of the Klan and
Mm-hmm.
wanted to destroy the government and overthrow things and stuff. I mean, I'm sorry that I did it now for my sake and my son's sake and everybody's sake. But the deal is, at the time, I thought that I was helping the government out and getting the bad people. I didn't realize that the people I was working with were the really, really bad people. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think about the information I just gave you, your personal view?
Well, it's a tremendous exposing.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to relay all this information to Pastor Alamo.
To who?
To Pastor Alamo.
I would appreciate it very much, but look here.
I mean, immediately.
Look, I appreciate that, but give him my name and number and tell him I'll be glad to submit something to your newsletter. I'll be glad to talk to you. I'll go on TV. But see, what it is, people don't realize in America.
You know what I'd like to do? With your number, I would like to call him and tell him, are you going to be available today?
Yeah, off and on, yes.
Because what you've told me, I do have on tape.
Okay, that's wonderful.
But I'd also like, if he can talk to you, that would be even better.
I'll talk. What was your name?
My name is Joan.
Joan?
Joan. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what am I hearing? It's a little bad. I've been around too many explosions and stuff. Joan, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Joan, it's a pleasure talking to you, and you have my permission to share the information I just gave you with anybody you want to. But I'm saying, the news people here in Little Rock, I've talked to them, they know all about the things I'm telling you, but they refuse to, the government gives them their sources of information, and they publish what the government tells them to publish, Joan. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
And the deal is, people don't realize how, Tony Alamo, after reading his newsletter, it sends shockwaves. It literally sends shockwaves through my body because he is so 100% correct. You know what I'm saying? Doing the analogy with Pearl Harbor just blew me away. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that's 100% true, but I talk to people on a regular basis, and they refuse to believe it. That the United States government could really murder innocent people and do all the things that they're currently doing in order to try to establish a one-world government. And I've got this copy of a tape. If I can get someone to make a copy of it, I'm going to drop you a letter in the mail. And Joan, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm going to drop a letter in the mail, but like I said, share this with Tony Alamo. Tell him I'll talk to his newspaper people. I'll let him take photographs of me. I'll talk to him. I'll volunteer to take a polygraph test. I'll do anything he wants me to do, to get the word out of what's really happening, because I know he's got to be God's man with all that he knows and the
most definitely God has shown him everything.
He really has.
Yes, he has. He has.
Have you been with the ministry, Joan?
33 years.
Well, I believe that I've read some of his newsletters and stuff, and some of them are better than others, but this one just blew me away, literally.
Right.
It really did, because, I mean, I'm just amazed, because, see...
And there's another one coming.
I believe you, but, Joan, most people don't have the guts to do what he's doing because things happen to him like happens to me. I mean, my youngest son was an Eagle Scout, a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps, squeaky clean. I mean, only had 2 traffic violations in his entire life, his only record he had, and he's been down 7 years in a bad Arkansas prison doing life without. A movie company from California came to one prison to do a movie about him, so the night before they had permission there, so they moved him to another prison where they didn't have permission. You see what I'm saying? So they got him locked up in prison. They can kill him. They can do whatever they want to with him. Total control over him. And that's the leverage they're holding on me. He told me to not let that bother him because he don't, he's a Christian person. He's willing to meet his maker and stuff. He said to go ahead and tell everybody in the world the information that I have and to get it out there, and maybe something will be done. But I mean, it just totally amazed me that I wrote letters to Bush about the World Trade Center attack 3 months before it happened, and now the FBI is all and the ATF's all tore up about it and upset because I'm telling people and writing letters to people and tell them that I warned Giuliani and that I warned the president 3 months before it happened, and they knowingly didn't stop it. But if you ever read, the KKK put out a book called The Turner Diaries, which is really terrible literature. But anyway, that's the way they get the government, is they steal an airplane and put a suitcase nuclear bomb on it and fly it in the World Trade Center in New York is the way they get back at the government in the end of the book. You see what I'm saying? So the whole thing was written in the book before it was ever done. And then like the Oklahoma bombing, the governor of Oklahoma, a retired FBI agent, by the way, Keating, his brother wrote a book called The Great Jihad, which tells the whole story of the Oklahoma bombing. It was published three years before the bombing happened. It was published before the actual bombing. It tells the whole story of the bombing, basically. And even has some of the names correct to some of the people that are charged with some of the things. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's just amazing how the government is totally in control and going to this one world government thing.
I need to put you in touch.
It's a pleasure talking to you. God bless you, and you have a pleasant day.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna put you in touch with Pastor Lala right away.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Joe.
Okay then. Praise the Lord. Bye.
Thank you.